distillation has been running for a little while now. I've turned off the Bunsen burner because I really want at this point that we focus on our distillate. And we have our distillate in this small beaker here. And we can see that our distillate is actually an emulsion of the clove oil with the water. That over time, if I left it to stand, would separate into 2 layers. And I want you to note that when it separates into 2 layers, both layers are going to be colorless. How do you think you would identify which layer is the water and which layer is the clove oil? Well, let me give you a hint. I would expect that there would be a lot more water than clove oil, simply because, remember, we had a lot more steam being produced. And so what we would have is eventually, if I leave it to stand, and I want you to note this, the mixture, which is currently a white emulsion, would separate into 2 layers, a thick colorless layer at the bottom and a thinner colorless layer at the top. But I also want you to be aware that as we take a smell, that the mixture has the very distinct smell of cloves. And if we're not sure what cloves smell like, cloves are what we use in the Caribbean to bake our ham. I think everybody bakes their ham with a little bit of clove. So when I do this normally with students, the students always comment on the fact that the lab smells of a kitchen at Christmas time because you have this very distinct smell of cloves. Cloves are quite fragrant, and the smell is, many of us find the smell to be very comforting and very pleasant. So you will note that we have, when we smell, waft it, we have the distinct fragrant smell of cloves. And so that takes us to the end of our steam distillation.